It's true. I moved to Michigan. I've been here about 4 days and it's incredible. The town is called Leslie, and that's my road. And there's some horses across the street. They're super cute. This is the house that I live in. It's so fun and awesome. The house is nearly 200 years old. And some people have been asking me why. Well, why not? I don't have anything holding me in Los Angeles or anywhere. I'm a citizen of the world. So I love it here. I was out here 2 years ago pet sitting a puppy on this very farm. It's I think it's 3 acres. There's a beautiful barn back there. And I think I was here about nearly 3 weeks, and I just loved it. I thought, oh, I could live here. This is so great. You know, I travel so much for work, and every place is great, but I thought I could really live here. And then recently, I did the math, and thought I could really have a nice life here. Just realized how free I was, and it was the easiest decision I've ever made. It was a 5-minute decision. So I'm really happy. I'm still waiting for my car to arrive, and I'll show you around. Gotta see this barn. The property is just amazing. There are millions of tree frogs in these walnut trees. The barn is so cool. My friends own this property. About 1.5 years ago, they bought a house in a nearby town and moved. So this place has been empty this whole time. And when I expressed a desire to come to this part of Michigan, they gave me the good news that I could rent the farm that I love so much. The only problem is the puppy's not here anymore, and there are no pets here except for squirrels and wildlife. And the good news is they told me that I can call the local rescue and foster whoever I want. So hopefully by this time next week, I'll have a house full of animals. So I'm just in love with that barn. I love the house, and the property's so beautiful. Last night, there were deer eating apples off of those 3 apple trees, and I shot some footage of it, and it was just so beautiful to see. And they're very aware that I'm here. I mean, that mama deer kept looking toward the house, and I was looking at them through the kitchen window, and just, you know, when you come from the city, it's just an amazing sight. There's so many things that I'm marveling at. I mean, the horses and the mules across the street, and like every little squirrel thrills me. I feel like, you know, the last couple of days, I've really just had a chance to like rest into my body and decompress. It feels so great to be in nature. In fact, when I was here 2 years ago, I complimented my friends on their pumpkin patch. And they said, oh, that's not a pumpkin patch, that's our compost pile. So I'm excited to regrow that pumpkin patch, and maybe some watermelons too. But I'm super excited about snow coming. So even though it's just perfect summer weather right now, I know it won't last too much longer, and I'm excited. I want the snow. I want to experience some cold weather. And you know, like every day I run to the window and I'm waiting for snow. It's been great being here. This house is amazing. It's nearly 200 years old, and everything that should have been remodeled for modern convenience has been, and everything else that should have been preserved has been. So it's just a perfect house, and I'll show you a tour of it another day. But I'm renting the house now and hope to maybe purchase the house next year. I'm going to see how I like living in it long term. But you may be wondering, what's the mortgage on a house like this one on a 3-acre property surrounded by hundreds of acres of land? Are you sitting down, California friends? $600 a month, that's the mortgage. And the utilities and upkeep and every single thing is an additional $600. So for about $1,200 a month, you can own a house like this. It's so beautiful, and this property is so amazing. And I know those massive walnut trees are really valuable. So it's just such a beautiful property and such an honor to get to be back here and to live in this magical house. At the moment, I have 3 empty guest rooms upstairs. There's so much room here for me that I'm really just living downstairs, but there's plenty of room for guests. So if you'd like to come visit, I'd love to have you here.